Am I freaking here? So, oh, we get a boxing death. We get a boxing death right after the big boxing match yesterday where Crawford uh, defeats Canelo. What are the odds? Now we get Ricky Hatton, former boxing world champion. Hatton dies at 46, right? So I wanted to just hit, I'm not going to make a video on it. I just wanted to put the energy out there how this stuff is fake, even though I'm not a sellout decoder. Okay? All the sellouts they'll do their videos later, hundreds, thousands of views, right? This is OTF on the fly right here. And apparently I'm live. You see, that's my channel down there, okay? I'm a regular person who's really good at going on the fly with these decodes, okay? So Ricky Hatton, his middle name is John, like Donald John Trump. Okay, so we still get this Trump energy, right? Donald John Trump. Look at how Trump is born in 46 right there. Are you anywhere around Richard West? Where are you at, Richard? Can we get one real person in here? Because we're already going to have just like bots popping up, making me think that I'm actually like live, right? Are you out there, Richard West? Look at Donald Trump, born in 46. Ricky Hatton, dead at 46. One day after the Canelo Crawford fight. Crawford wins. Remember, Terrence Crawford's birthday is September 28th, right around the corner. And you see Canelo Alvarez has that 187 birthday right there. Murder code number. But, dead at 46. Trump's born in 46. Don't forget sacrifice equals 46. Sacrifice equals 46 right there. Okay, can you see it right there? Sacrifice equals 46. And this is completely just popped up. I just saw this right now, okay? So boxing great Ricky Hatton has died. Now let's see what they're saying. Maybe it looks like we might be able to listen to the article. We might be able to listen to the article, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes, right? I'm going to probably press play to listen. And they even got all the Trump BS videos that are just popping up right there. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of all this crap. I don't want to sign into nothing. So I want to go on my live stream on my phone because I want to make sure we can hear this article. I'm going to play this article right now. So I'm going to mute me real quick for a second. I see we got one bot in here. You're a bot unless you want to leave a comment, because who watches a live stream and doesn't leave a comment, especially when it's not blowing up? Hatton won 45 bouts in his career. Donald Trump, the 45th president, along with being the 47th. Come on, man. And Rudy, look at the video I just posted. Rudy, the character who played Rudy, is now the new president of the Union for Actors, DJs, radio hosts, and all of that stuff. The dude who was in Rudy and the dude who was in Lord of the Rings is the new president. What's it called? Like SAFTA or whatever it's called. The Union. But that guy had 45 on his jersey. I just dropped the freaking video connected to Trump. 45 on his jersey in the movie Rudy. Is my volume on? Okay, so now my volume's going to go off. I'm going to check. I'm going to play this article and see if we can hear it.
Boxing great Ricky Hatton dead at 46. Ricky Hatton, a former boxing world champion in the light welterweight and welterweight divisions, has died.
Cool.
He was 46. Hatton was found dead in his home in Manchester, according to the Press Association. Police said they were not treating his death as suspicious. Officers were called by a member of the public to attend Bullacre Road, Hyde, Tameside, at 6:45 a.m. today, where they found the body of a 46-year-old man. Greater Manchester Police said in a statement, there are not currently believed to be any suspicious circumstances. Police didn't reveal the identity of the man, but said they were working with his family to release a statement. However, several promotions and fighters from the combat sports world began to release tributes for Hatton on social media. Today, we lost not only one of Britain's greatest boxers, but a friend, a mentor, a warrior, Ricky Hatton. Boxer Amir Khan wrote on X, as fighters, we tell ourselves we're strong, we train, we sweat, we take hits, we get up. But sometimes the hardest fight happens in silence, in the mind. Mental health isn't weakness. It's part of being human. And we must talk about it. We must reach out. We must lean on each other. Ricky, thank you for everything. For your fights, your moments of glory, your grit. Thank you for pushing us, showing us what's possible. To everyone reading this, if you're hurting or struggling, you are not alone. Talk. Reach out, because we need more light, more compassion, more understanding. Tyson Fury posted a picture of himself and Hatton together on Instagram. Rip to the legend Ricky Hatton, may he rip, Fury wrote in the caption. There will only ever be one Ricky Hatton. Can't believe this so young. Hatton was planning for a comeback bout in Dubai in December. He won multiple world titles during his career and was named Fighter of the Year in 2005 by Ring Magazine, the Boxing Writers Association of America, and ESPN. He was 45-3 in his career with 32 knockouts. Hatton's last professional fight occurred in Manchester against Vyacheslav Senchenko in November 2012. He lost via knockout. Frank Warren, Hatton's former manager, remembered the boxer as a superbly talented fighter who inspired a generation of young boxers and fans in a way very few had done before. From making his debut in Widnes in 1997 to then go on to win one of the most historic fights in British boxing history against Costi Atsayu in Manchester, Ricky will rightly go down as one of the modern greats of this sport, he added. My deepest condolences go out to his family at this awful time. The Associated Press contributed to this report. Follow Fox News Digital's sports coverage on X and subscribe to the Fox News Sports Huddle newsletter.
We're not subscribing to nothing. Is there any real people in here? Look, right after the Canelo Crawford fight, one day later, Ricky Hatton dead at 46. So if you are real tuning in, this is on the fly, just showing how this stuff is a script. Dead at age 46. Sacrifice equals 46. He had 45 victories. Donald Trump, the 45th president, along with 47th. This is Donald John Trump, and Ricky Hatton's got the middle name John. And that's just what I see, right? That's just what I see right away. Okay? Right away. Former boxing world champion in the light welterweight and welterweight divisions. Found dead in his home in Manchester. According to the Press Association, police said they were not treating his death as suspicious. How is it not suspicious? Like, who doesn't know there was a big fight that Canelo lost to Crawford? And hey, I'm so glad you're here, Richard. What are the odds that Ricky Hatton dies one day after the Canelo Crawford fight? Maybe you triggered a couple more eyes in here, Richard. I'm glad you're here. And with Canelo, with that 187 birthday, and this is one day after Tupac's death anniversary, Thank you. Look, in this 187 birthday right here for Canelo, and Crawford beats him. So Crawford stays undefeated, right? And then his birthday is in 2 weeks, right? His birthday's in 14 days. Even Trump is born on the 14th. I'm just waiting for the bot comments. You know what I'm saying? Because this is on the fly and it's undeniable, where I welcome the bot comments, right? Tell me that I'm wild. Tell me that I need to get help with this boxing tragedy that's now trending. Dead at 46, sacrifice 46, Trump born in 46. They both got the middle name John. This guy's got 45 wins, and Trump is the 45th president. Even ritual equals 45. You see that? This is all fresh, on the fly, ritual. I'm sure there's some Charlie Kirk connections, the guy that we never knew of. September 9th. Oh, were you in there? They mentioned Shane McMahon in the they mentioned Shane McMahon, but they didn't really look into it. Someone mentioned Kurt Angle. Let's put Ricky Hatton, and Richard's talking about the conscious X live. So I think Ricky, there's going to be some stuff with the name Hatton. So you get that 45 reversed right there. You get the 45 reversed with the 45 victories. What's his full name? Dead equals 14. I see 144 right there, like 14. Okay, so I'm kind of looking for major stuff here. When was his birthday? I'm almost afraid to look. Let's go over here. He's born in 78. And look, he's born in the United Kingdom. Oh, he's got that Trevor Lawrence birthday, 10/6. Right there. He dies on Jimmy Butler's birthday. He dies on Nas' birthday. Oh, yeah. So they're saying this isn't suspicious. So his birthday is right around the corner, October 6th. That's 106, and we know that 106 connects to Trump, right? October 6th is like 1/6. That's the Capitol riot, Eric Trump's birthday, JD Vance's wife's birthday. John equals 16 and 61. Remember, this guy's got the same middle name, John. So he dies 149, the 14th day of the 9th month. His birthday is 10/6. Look at that 23-day span from this death to his next birthday, and Donald equals 23. You see that right there? And, you know, that's just with the span. We know that we can take that span away, and he died. Oh, look at how this hits. So he dies without the span 3 weeks and 1 day before his birthday. And Donald also equals 31. Come on, look at that. So even if bots wanted to come in here, and be like, oh, okay, just all, you know, you're just making things connect, right? Well, how am I making things connect when all of this stuff just matches up like that? Then I can say, okay, fair enough. Then we can talk about the fake world and the letters and numbers and how this stuff matches up like that, right? Then we can talk about that if that's the case, because I'm just pointing this out, right? And even 3 weeks, 1 day before his birthday, him dying, that's 22 days. Twins equals 22. Twins equals 22. And remember, Trump has the Trump Tower, like Twin Tower, and we just had the 9/11 anniversary. You know what I'm saying? So it's just undeniable. Oh, and look at this. Look at his birthday. His birthday leaves 86 days. That's to get rid of. 86 days to get rid of right there. Okay? So he dies on the 257th day of the year, leaving 108. Okay? So let's enter a few more things. We probably want to enter a few more things in the Gematrinator calculator, all right? So I want to grab his full name. I don't know if you have a calculator or anything handy there, Richard. So it's Ricky John Hatton. Look at that. You get the 79 right there. And that's the day that Tupac got shot in Vegas and the Crawford Canelo fight was in Vegas. Okay? You see that? Tupac shot in Vegas after the Mike Tyson fight. Dies 6 days later. Yesterday is death anniversary, the day of that fight. Man, you know what? I hate to say it, but there is a lot of like Society of Jesus numbers that I do see in here. I just left you a comment, Richard, like throwing shots at all the decoders out there who just follow the Zach Hubbard script of throwing everything with Society of Jesus. There is Society of Jesus and Jesuit numbers, but it may just connect by the numbers. I don't think that necessarily means that it's like we blame this stuff on them. But look, you see the 79 right there, like murder and morgue. And the 7th day of the 9th month is when Tupac got shot. Remember Trump's birthday 2 days before Tupac's. And the 9/11 anniversary 9/11 was 2 days before the Tupac death anniversary. Look at that 74 right there. Remember, Trump equals 47, right? But that's also the day Young Noble died on Independence Day, right? And Tupac has that 74 as well. Look at Jesus Christ. 74. But look, you get that Trump birthday, 146, the 14th day of the 6th month. And that's Donald Trump's dad's middle name. And that's Donald Trump's dad's middle name right there, Christ, okay? So I feel maybe we need to ask Google. Let's go back to here real quick. So do we see anything else with that 257, 108? His birthday is even the 279th day of the year. So you get that 7-9 in there. Look at the 16 date numerology, even 25 date numerology. So look at the 48. So he dies on a 48 date numerology and Donald Trump equals 48. He even dies 9/14. 9 plus 14 is 23. With that 23-day span, Donald equals 23. Right? So look at that right there. And then Terrence Crawford's birthday, 9/28. So even 14 days before Crawford's birthday, and remember, dead equals 14, right? So what else? Also known by nicknames such as, look at the Hitman. Come on, so he's got that nickname, the Hitman. Doesn't that make you think of pro wrestling like Bret the Hitman Hart? And you get Hitman, like maybe a hitman took out Pac, right? And look, the People's Champion, that also makes you think of the wrestler The Rock, doesn't it? So look at his birthday, how it's 10/6. That's even like 16, right? So you get another 16 in there. Completed between, look at, he competed. I think that meant to say competed. Look at when he started competing. Look at this, 97. There's that 97 again. Ricky Harris. I'm thinking something with I'm thinking something with Ricky. Every time I hear Ricky, though, I think of Boys in the Hood. Right? Was a Ricky Harris like a boxer? That's a basketball player, isn't it? A producer? There's a bunch of Ricky Harrises. There's a basketball player. The basketball player's got the August 12th birthday. I see right there. I swear we had like something trending with a hat or something recently as well. Yeah, that's Bronny James' birthday as well. And Charlie Kirk has the middle name James. Charlie Kirk's got, ooh, look, his birthday is 8 days. His birthday is 8 days after Ricky Hatton. Look at that right there. And you get the Bronny James connection. There's going to be LeBron James news soon. He's already popping in my algorithm. So LeBron James, his time is coming to an end. Charles James Kirk, the birthday 8 days after Bronny James. And that's also Trevor Lawrence's birthday, right? Trevor Lawrence. And that's, I remember For All the Dogs by Drake released that day as well. So look, and Trevor Lawrence even has that 16 on his jersey right there. And I was watching the Call Me Kinfolk live yesterday, and he was even looking at the Clemson game in college football yesterday. And Trevor Lawrence went to Clemson. So look at, there's that 16 again right there. Remember, Ricky Hatton's middle name is John, like Donald John Trump. And you get that 16 and that 61 right there. And Trevor, that it's kind of like Terrence, right? With the Terrence Crawford winning that fight. And that fight was a 16-day span even from the fight to Terrence Crawford's birthday right there. And don't forget the fight on Tupac's birthday. And Tupac even equals 16 and 61 right there. And that was Tupac's 29-year death anniversary. And you see that right there, Tupac equals 29, and there's that 74 right there. Yep, LeBron James 114. Which Ricky Harris? Was it the actor or whatever? It's not the basketball player. Did I miss that one? Is it this guy? Wow, look at this guy's October 5th birthday. Richard, 1 day before Ricky Hatton. And look, he died 4 days before LeBron's birthday, and Bronny James' birthday is the next day. Look at that right there. And you get Harris like Kamala. Look at the second. That's what you're telling me, huh? Look at that. Look, you get that 2 right there like Tupac. Remember Queen Elizabeth II's death date anniversary was the other day. Look at this guy died at age 54 right there. And Ricky Hatton equals 54. Look at that right there. Wow. Look at that. Born in 62, sacrifice equals 62. Dead on the 26th, the 62 reflection, dead in 2016. With the 10-6 birthday, like 16. All of the 16s connected to Trump. Ricky Harris, like Kamala. And don't forget, Kamala's birthday is October 20th. What? Look, this guy was in Murder Was the Case. Oh, what? Hold on. What's going on here, Richard? No way. We do not get a Snoop Dogg connection here. I had that Murder Was the Case mini movie. Okay, you probably already know this, Richard. It's even an 18-minute film. Wow, and that was in 94. Let me make sure I'm showing this. Look, that was in 94. World Trade Center equals 94. Snoop Dogg, I just brought this up in the live yesterday, or in one of my last videos. It was that live yesterday with the 187 connection with Canelo Alvarez. And look at how, hold on, is Snoop Dogg born in 72? I think Snoop Dogg is born in 72, and Terrence Crawford's birthday is 72 days after Canelo Alvarez. Let me pull that up again right here. This is from yesterday. Look at this. Where's it at? Look at right there. Canelo Alvarez birthday 72 days after, or Terrence Crawford's birthday 72 days after Canelo's, and Canelo Alvarez equals 72. And according to this, Snoop Dogg born in 72, 187 on an undercover, right? And that's the Canelo birthday 187. And Ricky Hatton dies one day after that fight. There's the 187. So that's the biggest, that's an amazing connection right there. So let's go back over here. That's amazing, Richard, because you get the Snoop Dogg Tupac connection. And that was an 18-minute film. I remember I had it. And I can't remember if it came with the CD, or I think it was like maybe a single, the song, and maybe it came with the 18-minute DVD. But look at how it's an 18-minute film. And look at back over here. Ricky Hatton dies on the day, leaving 108 days, like 18. Look at that 94. Woo! Terrence Crawford's birthday leaves 94 days in the year. He stays undefeated. Ricky Hatton dies 14 days before Terrence Crawford's birthday, and dead equals 14. Charlie Kirk born on the 14th. Look at that right there. World Trade Center equals 94. Murder Was the Case in 1994, short film and soundtrack album starring, and Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop is like an informant. I think that these rappers are like they work for the CIA, I think. And they got to be, because think about these rappers that get caught up in cases, right? I think Snoop is just an informant, man. Snoop is like something like a snitch, Snoop, like snooping, like police sting. That's what I think. That's amazing. 1994, Murder Was the Case. And Michael, whoever that is. Wow, that's an amazing connection right there. So who did this guy play in that? Who did that guy play in that film? George, that sounds like a name that connects to Queen Elizabeth II, doesn't it? American producer, actor, best known for his role Everybody Hates Chris. Is that like Chris Rock? Is that like Chris Rock? Remember we saw something with Ricky, was it Ricky Hatton? Look, the people's champion, like The Rock. Look at that right there. Fake world, right? Bret the Hitman Hart. I just dropped. Oh, did I get the show wrong? Everybody Hates Chris is Chris Rock, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Look, like Bret the Hitman Hart, and I just dropped the Owen Hart death decode. And look, the people's champion, like The Rock. This stuff is just scripted and recycled. Yeah. Chris Rock, like The Rock, the people's champion. And Chris is like Christ, like Donald Trump's dad's middle name. Isn't that amazing? This guy dies 3 days after the 9/11 anniversary, 1 day after the Tupac death anniversary. And Ricky, that might even still connect to Boys in the Hood. You know, think about Ice Cube, right? You know, there may even be a connection there. You get that red right there, huh? I wouldn't be surprised. Didn't Morris Chestnut die? Look, Donovan, like Don right there. McCrary, like McDonald's. Look at that. Boom. Is there any other? One of them died, I thought. But yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild there. So, right? Let me maybe scan the article a little bit more. I wasn't planning on going live at all, but I had to. This guy, Ricky Hatton, with 45 bouts he won in his career, Trump, the 45th president. They got the same middle name. Dead at 46. This is more symbolism to Donald Trump. And today is the 14th, huh? To go with dead equals 14. And he dies 14 days before Terrence Crawford's birthday. You can't just blame these characters for anything that happens on the world stage because it's just a script that they're following, right? This guy dead at 46, sacrifice equals 46. They're saying no suspicious. They're saying not, how is it not suspicious? How is it not suspicious? And they're not saying how he died or anything?
Boxing great Ricky Hatton dead at 46. Ricky Hatton, a former boxing world champion in the light welterweight and welterweight divisions, has died. He was 46. Hatton was found dead in his home in Manchester, according to the Press Association. Police said they were not treating his death as suspicious. Officers were called by a member of the public to attend Bullacre Road, Hyde, Tameside, at 6:45 a.m. today, where they found the body of a 46-year-old man. Greater Manchester Police said in a statement, there are not currently believed to be any suspicious circumstances. Police didn't reveal the identity of the man, but said they were working with his family to release a statement. However, several promotions and fighters from the combat sports world began to release tributes for Hatton on social media.
So, Richard, check this out. So, he played the neighborhood bully in Everybody Hates Chris. Doesn't that remind you of Debo in Friday? And that's that Ice Cube Ricky connection, isn't it? Isn't it? Let me know if I'm wrong, because sometimes if I'm going live, I'm not going to see it as clear. But I know when you're in the comments there, you can probably see it a little better than me. So are you telling me that Ricky Harris was a bully in the neighborhood? Are you telling me that was Everyone Hates Chris? And that makes me think of Debo, who was a bully in Friday with Ice Cube. Is that it? Tell me if I'm wild. Am I losing myself here? Right? Am I losing myself? Maybe I am losing myself. And that's the Ricky Baker, Ricky Harris, Ricky Hatton connection. So you tell me if I'm losing it. So we're bouncing around to like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in here. So is there any, is it all bots and Richard West? I'm just glad Richard West is here, but I'm ready for the bots. Give me the online bullying. I'm ready for it. Tommy Lister. Isn't that wild? I almost lost myself there with that Ice Cube. That's that Ricky connection, man. Tommy Lister Jr. Doesn't that make you think of a boxer? Like Tommy Hitman Hearns, Richard? Tommy Hitman Hearns, and Ricky Hatton's nickname is the Hitman. How wild is that? Isn't that wild? Thomas Hitman Hearns and Ricky Hatton dies now 1 day after the Crawford Canelo fight. Look at the Hitman. Oh, man. Whew. Fake world, man. Fake world. Let's go back over here. So let's let this settle in a little bit.
Today, we lost not only one of Britain's greatest boxers, but a friend, a mentor, a warrior, Ricky Hatton. Boxer Amir Khan wrote on X, "As fighters, we tell ourselves we're strong, we train, we sweat, we take hits, we get up. But sometimes the hardest fight happens in silence, in the mind."
I don't really care about that whole script. So today, Nas' birthday. So today's Nas' birthday. Look, he's born in 73. Yeah, I just did the Owen Hart. How does this work organically like that? I just did the Owen Hart video before this happened. And his brother is Bret the Hitman Hart. I know Bret Hart has the July 2nd birthday. Ooh, Bret Hart's got the 7-2 birthday, Richard. Bret Hart birthday. There's that 72, Richard. There's that 7-2 right there. Terrence Crawford's birthday, 72 days after Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez equals 72. And there was another 72. Isn't that, look at how fake this stuff is, Richard. Look at how fake this stuff is, man. All of this stuff is just connected by the language. That's why you get these rappers where they use characters that are already supposedly in their hood. For real, man. You get that 7-2 Bret the Hitman Hart, and then his brother dies. Owen kind of sounds like Hogan. Hart, H like Hogan. Hitman. Remember the Undertaker was in the main event? At that pay-per-view, Owen Hart died. The Undertaker dealing with death and preparing for funerals. Gosh, man. That's a big-time knockout, man. So I don't want to go like too much longer, but I don't want to end it and then forget anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to end it and then forget anything. But we can, and you know, we do have to look at Jimmy Butler birthday.
According to
Born in
Wikipedia,
89.
Jimmy Butler III is an American professional basketball player for the Golden State Warriors of the National Basketball Association.
Born in 89. And there's that Queen Elizabeth II death anniversary. Look, he's got the 23 on his jersey, Richard. Look how he has the 23 there for the Wolves and the 22 for the Heat. Remember, Ricky Hatton died 22 days before his birthday and a 23-day span. 22 days before his birthday, 23-day span. He dies on Jimmy Butler's birthday, who was war 22 and 23 in his career. God damn it, man. Good God. Is there another video here? Let me see if I can find another video here to play. Man, dude. Ricky Hatton. I remember his name, but like I was never really into boxing like that. Let's see if we can get a video where the volume will play.
Coming into us here in the last minutes, former world boxing champion Ricky Hatton has died at the age of 46. That's according to the PA news agency. Hatton was found dead at his home in Hyde. Greater Manchester police say they are not treating the death as suspicious. A police spokesperson said officers were called by a member of the public to attend Bowlacre Road in Hyde, Thameside at 6:45 a.m. today, where they found the body of a 46-year-old man. They are currently not believed to be any suspicious circumstances. So breaking news this afternoon here on Sky Sports News, the former world boxing champion Ricky Hatton has died at the age of 46. Tributes already beginning to be paid to the former boxer. Michael Owen, the Liverpool footballer and legend, has posted this on social media to say RIP Ricky Hatton, what a guy and what a fighter. Incredibly sad news. British boxer Amir Khan has said this: today we lost not only one of Britain's greatest boxers, but a friend, a mentor, a warrior, Ricky Hatton. As fighters, we tell ourselves we're strong, we train, we sweat, we take hits, we get up, but sometimes the hardest fight happens in silence, in the mind. Mental health. We'll continue to bring you those tributes and more.
Wow. So I guess we at least heard that. Let me pull up, since I'm over here on YouTube, let me just throw some negative energy at Gematria Effect News right here. You know, I don't like doing this, man, because I don't like to take energy off of myself. But dude, this guy is such a piece of garbage right here. You know, I've gotten a lot of good notice how he pushes that 47. Remember, agent equals 47, right? Why would you be promoting that 47 like that? That's all connected with politics. I'm not pushing anybody to support whatever. This guy completely changed. This guy used to mention my name, talking negative about me after I stopped following his method of decoding. Him and his agents would watch my videos and make sure I was on script with him back when I thought I wasn't being deceived by him. And then as soon as I started going a little bit deeper and doing my own thing, they started attacking my channel. This guy is a deceiver and a manipulator and a piece of trash. And this guy could never go live and hit like this. You know, I'm not saying he doesn't have information or whatever. This guy is trash right here, though. I just want to say that. Why would your logo be pushing like the red pill? Don't tell me it's because of any type of prediction you made about Trump, because why would you make it like your logo? Agent equals 47. This guy's trash right here. So I just wanted to say that this guy would go live and want to debate and start talking about other stuff and blah, blah, blah. Dude, we can go live. And I could just destroy you with what I have in my brain, which what I've just presented here in this live. So I just want to put that energy out there. You know, it's whatever. I don't really like care, but maybe I do care a little bit. But this guy's an agent. This guy is what they put here. Look, this is where we heard the word gematria. This is where it all came from on YouTube. This is who I first started following. This guy is a piece of junk. If it's his character or if it's really him, this guy's trash right here. And I would love to just do what I do live on air with this guy and just make him look like a fool. Anyways, that guy's trash. So back, so man, that's wild. So, I just a couple more things here. What was the greatest fight Ricky Hatton had? 2005, like 25. Come on, man. 2005, like 25. I used to donate to his channel, and all of a sudden, my subscriber count bounced. Look at that. Look at that. Richard, do you see the date there? Ricky Hatton's greatest fight? The 4th day of the 6th month. Look at that right there on the right. The 4th day of the 6th month. Dead at 46. Sacrifice equals 46. Donald Trump born in 46. 2005, like 25. Trump equals 25. Ricky Hatton dead in the year 25. Look at that. Look at that right. Richard, do you see the 7 and the 9 here? Like the day Tupac got shot. Look at that right there. Other key fights in his career include his stoppage loss to Floyd Mayweather Jr. in 2007 and a devastating knockout to defeat Manny Pacquiao in 2009. 7 and 9, the day Tupac got shot, 7th day of the 9th month. And Trump even equals 29. Manny Pacquiao, didn't we look? Pacquiao like Pac, Richard. Look, Pacquiao like Pac. See that right there? The stuff is all fake, Richard. It's just with the language and the letters and the numbers. Pacquiao like Pac. Who are the other 5 people watching? Hello? Pacquiao like Pac. Terrence Crawford defeats Canelo Alvarez on Tupac's death anniversary. Tupac dead in Vegas after the Tyson fight. And look, Manny Pacquiao. Didn't they mention like Manchester? And didn't you just mention Manhattan, Richard? Look, fake world. Hatton like Manhattan, New York, Nas' birthday. He dies on. He's from New York. Trump from New York. Look at this fake world, man. Wow, Hatton like Manhattan. Manny. Yep. Tupac equals 29, and it's his 29-year death anniversary. Crawford wins. Look at that. Just in that paragraph, they say his greatest fight was on the 4th day of the 6th month, and he dies at age 46. Sacrifice 46. Wow. Good. Is there not one mainstream news story going to say, wow, Ricky Hatton died one day after Crawford, the big Crawford fight? Wow. Nobody's going to say that. Damn. So I really think that we're good here. Anything else you need to add, Richard? Or are you good? I feel good. I might have to go get an energy drink or something, man. Woo. How you feeling, Richard? I think we're good. Ooh, that was a lot of energy. Proving that script, man. I'm glad you made it, Richard. Every time I go live, I'm like, man, there's going to be bots watching. Now it's up to 11 as I'm done. It says 11 people are in here as I'm done now. Can you believe it? So now it's down to 9. What are the odds? So if you all want to see how this stuff is all fake, this is all OTF on the fly. OTF on the fly, man. I am off today. I have to work early tomorrow. I don't want to, but I got to work early tomorrow. It is what it is. I got to go in about 6 hours early tomorrow, which means I get off early. It is what it is, man. I guess that's why I do this. It's fun. It's a hobby. It's kind of like a cope. But I kind of balance everything. I may have like a beer or a drink one day, and then the next day I may have an energy drink. You know, I may go a week and then maybe pop a gummy or something. I don't know, man. I try not to indulge too much. I'm pretty healthy for the most part. Played basketball yesterday. Pretty healthy for the most part, man. But if it wasn't for work, I would feel like we would need to do anything. Yeah. Inventory. It's funny how the managers want to stress the workers out. It's like, hey, you're the manager. What do you want me to do? Okay, but I don't really, you know, I'll come in and do what you want, but I don't really care like that. You know what I'm saying? You want me to count this? Okay, here. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. It's got to be done on time. Okay. Like if it's not, you're going to deal with it. You know, I'll try, you know. But anyways, yeah, man. Ouch, I shouldn't have brought that up 6 hours early. So, I don't know, maybe the energy drink isn't the best idea. I'm going to get a 2-4 though. I might get a 2-4 on the energy drinks and then have one tomorrow. Then I'll be running to the bathroom every 20 minutes. If it's not one thing, it's another. Remember, tomorrow is the 15th day of the 9th month. Is it Donald J. Trump 159? Fake world. All right, Richard. So this was a great OTF on the fly. Absolutely undeniable. We made about freaking 70 connections there. But the main one is connected to Trump. Is all of this stuff happening to these other characters connected to Trump by the numbers to keep Trump around on the world stage? But we're going to run out of characters, you would think. Yeah. Nancy King died, and Jerry the King Lawler trending with health issues. And the guy from Lord of the Rings just became new president of the labor union and with the actors and all of that. And he was in Lord of the Rings, and their third installment was called like Return of the King or whatever. All right, Richard, thanks for being here. I'm glad you were here. This was amazing and undeniable. I like when it's like that. I'll be seeing you and talking to you in the comments. Boxing great Ricky Hatton dead at 46. Undeniable script. One day after Crawford defeats Canelo. And, you know, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper on it, and you can find more connections. That's my live. That's my decode in under an hour. Until next time. Here, I'll play some. I'm going to play this. I'll play this AI song that isn't copyright. And it goes along with this whole thing right here. Where's it at? Wait, where's that other one? Where's the other one? I don't know if this one goes with it, but where the hell is it? I don't know, man. Yeah, we'll just go back with this one.
Deceived by the lies, educated in codes, exposed to the light, darkness unfolds. Politics, entertainment, religion, and sports, killing death patterns in the courts. Fake characters, spotted, fictional distractions, truth, fairy tales, and Hollywood's attractions. Puppets and leaders controlling our minds, from local to worldwide. It's time to unwind. Decode the truth, break it down. 2020. See through the lies in this twisted plenty. Puppets of leaders controlling our minds, from local to worldwide. It's time to unwind. Decode the truth, break it down. 2020. See through the lies in this twisted plenty. See secret clubs, hiding what's real. Who knows the deal, who holds the seal? One thing for sure, it's all a facade. Lies upon lies, a charade so flawed. Mind control from dusk till dawn, manipulating us all like pawns. Puppets and leaders controlling our minds. From local to worldwide, it's time to unwind. Decode the truth, break it down 2020. See through the lies in this twisted plenty. Puppets of leaders controlling our minds. From local to worldwide, it's time to unwind.